So, welcome everybody to the first technical podcast of Space and Time, episode 1. My name is Ryan Ozzy Smith, and this is Angela Yuriko Smith. Uh,
Yeah, let's talk about why we're here. For a lot of you who do not know, this is the secret publisher behind Space and Time. It's actually, I know a lot of times I get all the credit. That is kind of a wife's job
mhm.
to get all the credit. But
It's a wife's job to get the credit.
yeah, I get all the credit and half
Okay.
of everything else, and then most of whatever is left. I think that's how it works.
We need to have a discussion after this, apparently. All the credit and all the things.
And that was the last issue of them going monthly.
Exactly. So today we're going to be talking about some upcoming, very, very cool situations with Space and Time. We're going to be going over issue 149,
Mhm.
and we've got like kind of a sneak peek of what it looks like and
Yeah.
some really cool stuff going on. We're going to be talking about some of our sponsors and how you can sponsor as well if you're wanting to go that route and support the magazine. But initially, I think you've got like a ticking list.
I have my super high tech list of things we need to point out.
Mhm.
One of the things we do want to say is Space and Time in the past has been biannually or it's been quarterly. We are moving to monthly, starting with this issue. And one of the reasons we can is because Chill Subs has given us a grant. And so
Mm.
it was meant to be for one issue. And through the power of thriftiness and a lot of hands-on all sorts of stuff, we figured out how to make that support 12 issues. And so right now, that same grant. So right now we are publishing more voices, and this is exactly the time I think we need to publish more voices. So we're
Mm.
really going to put the pressure down, get more voices out
Yeah.
there, more art,
Mhm.
more poetry. So, and then we also have to thank an anonymous donor who covered the cost of this issue. And that also means this now covers 13 issues. That means we can publish monthly longer. So, want to really appreciate the Chill Subs for their great organization. If you haven't connected with them yet, link will be in the description, and our anonymous donor who does choose to be anonymous. And then you want me to go to the next thing? Talking about sponsorship and money.
Well, we're talking about stuff. This is Chill Subs, right?
Yeah.
So, like, for anybody that's in the chat right now, just
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
visit that.
Oh, so
Streaming extra.
one reason why Ryan, my husband, and the other publisher is joining us for this podcast is
Yeah.
because he is actually a professional streamer.
Was.
Was a professional, retired now,
Yeah.
and he is very familiar with all of this kind of thing. And I suck, and so he's graciously coming on here to handle all the cool parts.
Which is why the podcast is going directly through Substack instead of through my awesome software, because we set it up a little bit funky. But in the future, there's going to be like bells and whistles and all sorts of things going on, and not just like this little thing in the corner, but like
I like that little thing.
Well, it's still going to be there, but there's going to be
Opportunities logo.
more.
Opportunities Press logo.
Yes, but there's going to be more.
Okay.
Magic and
that is exactly why he's here, because if you just get me, there's no magic.
There's no magic.
And hello, Pixie. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome.
So next item is talking about the sponsorships, because we talked about thank you. We can publish because publishing costs money. So we appreciate Chill Subs and our anonymous donor.
Mhm.
But also we have sponsors now. Only 4. Well, 4 to 5. It depends on how many weeks are in a month, because we're giving each sponsor the spotlight for that week. So they will be sponsored on this podcast. We'll be talking about them. And they will be in the magazine, and they'll be in our social media as our featured sponsor of that week. So, and we are going to do it for $100 for May. Only 4 slots, though.
Yeah.
So, and how to do all that, you can either reach out to me or it's in the magazine, all the instructions in the magazine. We won't get too far into it now, but our sponsors for this week is the book Everything Endless, and it's Linda D. Addison and Jamal Hodge wrote that book. And I think I blurbed that. I personally have read that book. I love it. So we're super proud to have them be our sponsors. And Linda D. Addison is also the genius behind all the poetry selections for all our issues. She is our poetry editor for the magazine. And that was The third thing is, you know what we're celebrating in April, right?
60 something. I don't know. It's like an age thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are we celebrating?
We are celebrating space, and Gordon just joined us.
Yeah.
Gordon Linsner. That's awesome. Yeah.
It was good timing.
So just in time, Gordon, we are talking about you. Space and Time will be celebrating 60 years of continuous publishing on April 9th.
60 years.
60 years. Yep. And April 9th happens to be Gordon Linsner's birthday, the founder. And Gordon will be 77. So he started this magazine when he was in high school, which to me is unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do anything for your birthday this year, why not start a magazine that lasts more than half a century?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, if you're going to do something, obviously it was very, very simple. But
it's easy to do a magazine, right?
Yeah. Very, very easy.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell me it's right.
Yeah.
So we're super super appreciative of Gordon choosing to spend his high school years putting together Space and Time and creating this legacy.
Yeah. So we could kind of take it over when it was already doing quite well.
Already
established and things and could keep the creativity flowing, which is really awesome. But yeah, so that'll be a celebration. Are we doing a special edition? Are we doing anything special for the magazine?
Yes, actually, and I'm really glad you brought that up. See, this is why he's the professional.
No,
we are going to be on Galactic Terrors, and that link will be in the socials. It'll be linked in the description of this when we go add the stuff like that in. Galactic Terrors on YouTube is a long-running show that has been going for about 4 or 5 years. Gordon says, "Aw, shucks." And I agree with Pixie. We do love Gordon so much. He's pretty awesome. Yeah, we're going to be on Galactic Terrors. It's going to be Gordon Linsner celebrating his 77th on that day, along with the 60th anniversary of the magazine. And Hildy Silverman is going to be there, the second publisher of Space and Time and the first female publisher. I get no claim to fame here. And then I'll be there, and we have a special message from Linda D. Addison, a video message, also wishing Gordon a happy birthday. And we're going to be with James Chambers and Carol Geisender, who are the usual hosts of the program. So we've been kicking in 60 years with Galactic Terrors.
Kicking in 60
years. We're going to kick it in. We're going to kick it all down.
I don't generally think of like overly aggressive kicking situations with 60-year-olds, but it is a different time.
Yeah,
a bit anarchistic.
These are anarchistic times. There's lots of anarchistic energy going around.
Absolutely. Alrighty, so we're going on about 8 minutes. So generally with the way that we want these like just little live podcasty things to happen is around about 15 minutes. We come on, we shoot the shit, so to speak. We see. I could beep out if we had if we had my software. I have a button for beeping.
I think we're allowed to say shit.
Yeah, that's fine. So we're planning on like 15 minutes or something along those lines.
Short and sweet.
We come on, we might have a specific topic. The whole point of this mini podcast was to talk about the magazine, talk about creativity, and kind of share some of the craziness that we usually have over morning coffee. Some of the topics that we just randomly have every day. Luckily, me and Angela both work from home. And we have very, very interesting conversations during our morning coffee. We kind of want to bring that vibe here because some of the things we end up doing new tasks, we end up trying new artistic projects because of it, and it's just kind of like bouncing off of each other, which that's what happens with community. You start talking to somebody, and then you bounce off them, they bounce off you. You get more and more creative. So that's kind of the situation that we wanted to bring along.
Anybody who has heard me crap on about community and the power of community working together and combining, and that is where all the amazing movements have ever started. It's like, oh no, she's going to go into it again. I am not, because we are limited on time.
Yes, that's why it's only 15 minutes, because otherwise Angela's going to go off on a rant and start
15 to 30, but no longer than 30, because we're all busy.
Yep.
You're busy. Thank you for spending some of your time to join us today.
Yes.
Right. We do have 2 more things. One leads into actually giving you the magazine, like to show you. You're going to get a sneak peek. But the other thing is, I almost forgot. we have submissions for May closing tomorrow. I have not advertised it a lot because we wanted to see naturally how many of our loyal readers and fans were going to submit. Quite a few. So we may not be advertising these in the outside circles too much, but submissions do close tomorrow, and you get that reminder because you're here watching this right now.
Yeah. And also, the whole situation of a monthly magazine, once it gets established and it keeps going, people are going to get used to it, and it's kind of going to go from there. So
this is the first monthly edition.
Yeah, and I don't think we've ever had an issue with submissions. We have never not had too many submissions to go through.
I was like, oh, I think they've all been full of submissions.
Yeah.
But yes.
It's like
we've always had enough submissions.
The double negative there. So we've always had a lot, so we don't need to go searching for it, which is why it's
we
good
have
being
a huge family.
part of the community. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so did we want to check out the magazine that's hovering?
Yeah. Actually, and that's the final announcement, is it will be releasing on April 9th. Now, that's Thursday. You may have heard me say that it was going to be on April 7th in conjunction with this podcast. But life and tech gremlins, and I didn't know that I had to have 3 days lead time for the program that I'm using.
Trying new things. So recently we changed up pretty much the entire process of doing the magazine, just like we did back in 2020, just like we did prior to that. Every single time that we try something new, there's going to be hiccups. And one of the hiccups with this new way is, there's a lead time of 3 days. And
so lesson learned. But the good thing is we can say on purpose, it's in time for the 60th anniversary.
Yeah, so it was done on purpose.
Yeah,
so don't tell anyone.
Like totally did that on purpose. That'll be Thursday it comes out. And then otherwise, normally, when we don't have an anniversary, a 60th anniversary, it will be the first Tuesday of the month.
Yeah.
And so we're going to give you a preview. Ryan's got it. He did the whole tech thing where he can share it. We're going to share the cover. Everybody gets to see the cover. Now, the contributors have seen this already. So there's that. But we're going to get to see the cover, and then we're going to talk about very quickly some of the things that are in this issue.
Yeah. So here is the cover for issue 149. And I'm sure that Angela is very excited about this. She had a lot of input with this cover. There's a lot of kind of hidden meaning in it, and there's a basic theme that we've got going along with the new monthly issues that we might discuss. I'm looking at Angela right now, and
yes, we can discuss the themes.
I don't know if we want to discuss them now because
Yeah, well, I won't go too far into the themes, but yes, the submissions we're only taking Flash now, and thank you everybody who's joined. I see Scott and Hannah and Pixie. I love you, Pixie, and Gordon. But anyways, going to the actual reason why we're here, because otherwise we'll probably go an hour.
Yes.
We are having the two of the things that have changed for the magazine is we're having monthly themes. And so the theme for this issue is guard your gear. In May, the theme will be rest is resistance. And so if you write your theme, if you write your piece, try to focus on the theme. And that's to help us stay very focused because these are minimalist issues with the minimalist team trying to move faster than we did before and put out more with less. So we are keeping it pretty strict. We're going to take 8. Can announce that. We're actually going to take double what we'd originally planned. So we're going to take 8 prose per issue and 8 poems. 8 to 9, depending on how many weeks. But anyways, and then this is art by Kira Starr, who is designing a series of tarot cards for writers. And that is going to be the next 22 issues inspiration. So we're starting with the Magician. And in this tarot deck, we are switching with rods, our drafts, because it's the unfinished work. We have ink pots as our chalices, which is emotion. We have pen for swords because the pen is mightier than the sword, and that was obvious that had to happen.
And we're not going through all of the tarot cards.
No. I'm just saying the four.
It's okay.
Just the 4. And then instead of pentacles, which are typically the worldly possessions, money, we have royalties. So, but that is in the magazine, the explanation. I won't go too far into it.
Yeah, otherwise we're going to go through 52 cards, or how many cards are in a tarot deck?
72, 78 if it's an oracle deck, but we are only doing the main arcana, the major arcana.
I thought this was Tarot 101. So it is, unless I stop Angela from talking about it.
We can go further.
We actually don't need to, though. Like, we don't need to. It's perfectly fine if we don't.
We will pass. At the end of this month, we have open hours where everybody can come in and discuss, and I will tell you all about the tarot.
Yeah.
With space and time.
Yeah, I'm great with creativity and different things like that, but when you start quoting tarot deck meanings and gods and like divination and all of that sort of stuff, I'm interested in it, but astrology,
I have two passions: space and time, right? Well, yes, that's three: space and time writing, and all things occult,
and collecting ceramic eggs. Okay,
so anyways,
let's have a look at this fantastically laid out magazine. So, what's the new program that you're using for this?
Atticus, actually. Oh, and Atticus. Lily Rose, who just joined us in chat, is one of the first people to tell me about Atticus, and I was kind of like, yep, I'll get to that. I'll experiment with it. It's a great program. I am a huge fan now. Atticus is amazing.
Big kudos to Lily Rose.
Yeah.
So to see the major arcana cover, especially the Empress.
Yeah, and we are focusing those tarot cards because they're not going to be in order, like from, the Fool. Obviously, we would start with the Fool, but they're going to be tied to the theme. And so for Guard Your Gear, we thought the Magician was perfect because the Magician is the person starting out with all the tools. And so we want to protect our tools.
Got to protect your tools. Remember that, lads. Okay. So let's have a look at this wonderfully laid out magazine. Another thing that I always find myself having conversations with is Angela at 3 o'clock in the morning will borderline wake me up from my slumber and shove a laptop in my face and say, "Look at this! Look how good it is! Oh my god!" And I'm like, yeah. So the bleed is really good. Yeah, it's very scented. The writing, the spaces, just leave me alone, woman. So yeah, there's the embarrassed face.
He knew what he was getting into when he wanted to marry me in the first place. I said, I'm a writer. He knew what he was doing.
Absolutely.
And also, look, Lily says the Empress and the Emperor both on screen right now.
Yeah, but we're very small.
Pocket Emperor and Empresses.
So what were some of the issues that you were having with this new program? Like, just like what, one or two for anybody that might be interested in Atticus in the future?
Oh, one of the issues.
Like learning curve wise.
Oh, it was a bit of a steep learning curve, but it's kind of because I've used InDesign and I've used Readsy Layout and I've used Quark is where I started. So there's like a wide range of ones that I've used. And it seems like they're either too impractical, like they're huge. You actually have to take college classes to learn it, which is like Quark. And I'd say InDesign, not college, but pretty high level learning. And then you've got like the super basic, which is like the Readsy Studio, where everything that you don't really get a chance to do creativity, super easy, and a free program though, which is great. But we needed a little bit more ability with this. And so Atticus allows us to be creative without reinventing the wheel every single time, so it kind of has the, trim is trim, gutters are gutters. So those have to always be the same. If you want your book to be professional, it takes care of all that stuff so that we can do the creative, fun stuff. And thank you. Pixie says it's stunning.
It is pretty stunning. I like it. Anything else that you can think of?
I will say this issue has 31 poets. Oh, I'm supposed to be sharing those poets. Those poets are going to be shared one a day and then a whole bunch like this afternoon so I can catch up. And then we have 6 six flash fiction stories in there.
Yeah, which is really, really awesome. There's some really interesting stuff, and it's always interesting when we're reading the stories. And I'll point this out to anybody that's listening. We love strange, we love strange stuff. If you can, it's not a matter of Little Red Riding Hood as a vampire. It's if you can think of something and communicate an idea in a way that we couldn't even conceive of.
Oh yeah,
we love that. Anything that
is
experimental and interesting and trying new things. that's where we get really excited because and we try not to be too out there because it's
well, you have to communicate. That's the
still need to
first rule,
communicate. Yeah,
of creating art is you have to communicate something.
right. But thinking outside, not just thinking outside the box, but creating a new box and thinking outside of
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, break
We really really
reality and
liked.
show us new aspects of it.
Yeah, which was one of the ones that we had in this magazine.
Mhm. You mean the submissions or this magazine?
Up the this issue.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
issue we had a really interesting one that Angela, um, kind of forced me to read. She's
Oh,
like, "You need to
yeah.
read this."
Oh,
So
yeah.
it was really really interesting. We also need to, because we're running out of time. It's
Mhm.
20 minutes right now already. The sponsors.
Oh, right. We're
We're
coming
gonna
up to that at the end. Don't
sponsor.
scroll too fast, though. Don't scroll past Pixie. Pixie's coming up, and
Pixie's
she's in
coming
the
up.
chat. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and there is gonna be
There
some
we go.
tweaks. There's Pixie. Congratulations, Pixie. Oh, I can be feral. Lily does know that.
Feral?
Feral,
Angela
yeah,
could be
like,
feral. I can see
"Rare."
that.
But we're not gonna talk about that now. That's the After Hours podcast. That's the
She's
OnlyFans
she's
podcast.
got goblin energy sometimes.
I
That's
can
part of it.
have goblin energy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and Austin Schwartz, this is actually his first poem.
Oh,
He
very, very
is,
cool.
Stephen Schwartz? That's his
Yeah.
son.
Oh, okay. Very, very
Yeah,
cool.
so very, very cool to see all these people. And here's all our contributors. Just scroll through these contributors. This is a massive amount of contributors. The reason why we have 31 poets, that's not going to be the norm because, we'll be crazy. But it's National Poetry Month. So we really want to get all the poets that we can, at least one per day.
Mhm.
So, and here's the sponsors. This is the other thing that is helping the magazine go monthly is that we are taking a very limited number of sponsors for each issue. And I covered this a little bit when we started, but if you want to sponsor, it's $100 for May. Again, there's only 4 slots for May. And the way we're doing it is I really don't like ads. It's like my personal thing, but we also need money to publish. So the more money we have to publish, the more we can publish. And that's one reason we can expand to 8 already. 8 stories and 8 poetry is because of sponsors
Yeah.
and grants and our generous anonymous donor. So we are taking a limited number of sponsors. The way we're going to do it, though, is I am actually going to write up a spotlight. So it says you don't have to submit anything. I'm writing up the spotlight, or you can.
Mm.
I might delegate that to you as well.
Mhm.
We can share,
That will put your name on it.
and then doing a book cover, or whatever. It could be a podcast. It could be whatever you want to share that is writer adjacent. Though it should be something to do with our community.
Yeah.
And one link, not a store link though, because if we have store links, we can't get on Apple platform. So that's why here, this is Everything Endless, which right now is Bram Stoker nomination. And it's an amazing book. can I say I voted for this book? I'll leave it as a mystery. I'm not going to say who I voted for, but you can guess. But I do love this book. I think I might have blurbed it. I don't remember. But great book. And this is basically every week we'll talk about the sponsor a little bit and share that. And through social media, we'll be sharing them this week. And they're also one of the 4 for this month.
Yep. All right. So let's go over not real quick, but initially we have Everything Endless. We were talking about that at the start of the podcast. Linda D. Addison and Jamal Hodge. So you read this book and you put a forward in it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't put the 4, but I think I blurbed it. I may have
you blurbed
blurbed
it.
it. There's a lot of books that I wind up blurbing, so I may forget that. But yeah. And
so in
yeah.
in 15 words or less, basic description of this book that you can
brilliant, ethereal, deep poetry. It really transcends. And this is 2 authors, so they're going back and forth with they like bouncing off of each other. And I think that interaction between 2 really accomplished poets is kind of what has made it magical.
Word count.
Oh, sorry.
15 words or less. What's going on? Word count, lady. My
Well,
goodness.
that's what I have an editor for. So, but I do want to say the cover makes you think it's a very beautiful, ethereal, incredible collection. And yes, the cover delivers.
Yeah. Also, like, who doesn't like a person with 4 arms and 4 legs?
Exactly.
I assume that's what it's about, like a fantasy, like a centaur creature.
Everything endless.
Exactly.
Endless legs, endless arms.
Exactly. Okay, Silk and Sinew. Lily was talking about this. Very, very cool cover. Very beautiful artwork on that. I really, really like it as well.
Yeah.
But I also like darker colors, and it's a little bit coffee stained, so that's beautiful as well. So a little bit about this one.
Well, we're going to actually do that every week, but I will say I do have a poem and a story in this one.
Okay.
Along with, and this is also a Bram Stoker Award, our Bram Stoker finalist right now.
Okay, perfect.
So
with the rest of these, are these the sponsors for this particular?
These are all the sponsors in the issue, and you'll see they each have a spot for this week, so you'll be seeing them in the social media.
Oh, okay.
And you can find the link to their websites and whatnot.
Okay, so on the podcast, then we're going to be giving like a brief little summary of them every single week and kind of divide it up for that particular one.
Yeah, and that way we can keep the focus on that week's.
I gotcha. I just kind of wanted to shout them out every single time.
Oh, no, we can. Well, especially this one because we're showing the whole
thing. Yeah, absolutely. So,
good point. Gordon says 4 arms for 4 arms.
Yes.
But I know unless you see that comment, that's probably, I just sound like I'm speaking gibberish.
So, yeah. And Gordon, you're speaking Angela's language because she legit in every single one of her poems needs to have a, what is it, portmanteau?
Yeah, portmanteau or wordplay.
Of the wordplay, It's like
something.
her favorite thing. And when you're reading it out loud at a poetry shindig, it does not work at all.
It's a final morning.
Yeah.
Well, which kind of morning do I mean?
And you're laughing to yourself and everybody's just looking at you and then, it gets
that has
embarrassing.
happened where I'm like, ha ha ha, get it. And then I have to explain it. It's not funny.
It's better than me.
Some poets should be read and not heard. That would be me.
Exactly. But anyway, you can partner with Space and Time. But that's like a big push that we're doing right now is trying to get more and more people included and invested in the magazine as we go forward.
I do want to point out, this is really important for everybody to know before we close out. Pixie has named a spider after me.
Oh, perfect.
So I have like a god spider named Angela. And
so we're at the end of our podcast, and I'll tell you a quick little story about Angela and spiders. When me and Angela first met, and she was spending some time in Australia, she previously was keeping some what is it, the black widow Lactrodectus type spiders as pets, based on her having arachnophobia. Originally,
to get over arachnophobia.
So to get over something, you obviously keep it in your house. She had those spiders, and
she married me.
They were doing that sort of thing. And then she moves to Australia, the land of spiders. And there's many spider stories that we have for that. But essentially, she thought, okay, the Lactrodectus, there's a spider in Australia called a redback. And the redback is a Lactrodectus. It has a red stripe down its back. It's very cool. It kind of looks like a black, I'm going to say like an onyx piece with a bit of emerald running through the middle. And Angela thought that correct. Emeralds are green, but that was a test.
See, I'm paying attention.
Yes, it's very good. So she thought it would be a fantastic idea to try and keep one of those in a jar. So she managed to grab one and put it in there. They're all over the place underneath toilet seats and in the shed and stuff like that. And she kind of put it in a jar, and then it did this weird thing where it tried to climb back out.
Like Spider-Man up the glass.
Like Spider-Man up the glass. And she apparently found that they were a little bit more aggressive than the American counterpart of just a Black Widow. And I remember coming outside and being really surprised that there was like cursing and yelling and things like that. And then I was like, what? And it was like, oh, well, I was trying to put it in a jar for a pet, and it was this and that. I'm like, you don't do that.
Oh, she scuttled right up the inside of the bottle. So North American Latrodectuses don't really climb up glass. They're pretty docile. Mm-hmm. But the redbacks of Australia, I will say, do not mess with them.
So if you learn anything from the podcast today, know that different spiders have different talents.
Australian spiders want to hurt you.
They're all aggressive.
We'll just sum it up with that.
Exactly.
Title of that story could be How I Almost Went to the Emergency Room in Australia.
Exactly. It's not that bad. You just rub some dirt on it. All right. So that is the end of our little live session. I hope everybody had a little bit of fun. We look forward to doing this. We're going to try and do it every week on Tuesday. Keep on the lookout for updates. It's roughly 3:00 in the afternoon for us down in Brazil. And I think it's like like
Eastern.
lunchtime for most US and stuff like that. Was there anything else that we needed to update?
Yeah, I'll sum it up saying thank you to Chill Subs for the grant and our anonymous donor and our sponsors, and that is why we can go monthly right now. This issue that we just went through will be April 9th for reasons. Very excited about that. It will be in print and ebook, and it will also be at your libraries and in your bookstores. So if you go ask for it, that is how they know to stock it. And our sponsor was Everything Endless, which was written by Jamal Hodge and Linda D. Addison, who is our poetry editor. And I hope you will join us next week, but also this Thursday to celebrate, which is April 9th, celebrate 60 years of Space and Time and Gordon Lensner's 77 years of Gordon Lensner, the father of Space and Time, on Galactic Terrors. And all those links will be in the description.
Absolutely.
And thanks for joining us.
So stay creative, stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Bye-bye.